Hi, my name is Meg Van Camper and I do campsite reviews. It is Wednesday, July 17th, about 8:21 a.m. and my husband and I were able to secure ourselves a campsite for this weekend. We are going to be taking you to a campsite called Bodega Dunes. It's right by Bodega Bay. There are two campsites in Sonoma Coast Park. There's Wrights Beach and Bodega Dunes. We've been to Wrights Beach a handful of times. It is my top 2 campsite to go to, and I hope I can show you that soon, but unfortunately they were all booked up. We're so excited to explore a new campsite and take you along. We will show you everything from the bathroom situation to beach access to the busyness to everything that you need to know so you can make a decision if you would like to visit Bodega Dunes or not. And we'll see you on the other side.
Well, there's been a global outage with Microsoft, which means I can't work right now, but also means I can finish packing. So here I go. The computers came back up, so I worked for like 45 minutes, but we are now headed to Bodega Dunes. We'll see you on the other side. We made it! We're filling up our freshwater tank right now, and then we will be off to set up our campsite, which for us doesn't take very long, but still, we're excited. We're gonna start a fire, make dinner. Yay! Well, we're here, and it's interesting. To say the least, it's interesting. This is campsite 75. The pictures on the state park website did not show this house here. And this is not the ideal campsite. It's definitely one of the worst we have ever visited. We have my dog and my dad here for this trip, which is exciting though. First time taking Hiccup out on a camping trip. Well, we're all settled now. We started the fire, we're hanging out, Hiccup's laying down, and even though it's not the best campsite, probably the worst, it's still amazing to be out in nature and get to hang out as a family. So I really, really can't complain. All right, we ate dinner and we're just hanging out now. It's very windy and very cold. We do have like this building behind us, which is like an eyesore, but right now we're thankful for it because the campsite next to us it looks like their tents could get blown away, and there's actually a warning about that in Bodega Bay camping here. People's tents fly away, so that's just something to keep in mind as well. But the more we sit here and the more we relax, this site's not that bad. It's not the worst. So despite part of the view, the trees are actually really pretty. This is my dad.
Hello, hello.
Okay, Dad,
Yes.
me your thoughts on your experience so far.
Okay, so I would say this is a very interesting feel here. So the other spot we've stayed at in Bodega Bay is Wrights Beach, which has it's hard to explain it. It's like more of a quaint feel. This is more down to earth, and now we had noticed there's some interesting surroundings here, like an apartment and a house, so that gives it a kind of a different feel. All in all, it's very, very nice. I mean, it's kind of like almost a plainness is good, I think, from the perspective of you can enjoy the things about being together. Again, it's a very simple setting, and it's conducive to enjoying one another and the simple things in life. Whereas if there was spectacular things to see around us, it would be fun too. And so that's a different experience. But this is just quaint and very nice. Yeah. You know, just be prepared to take to get off the beaten path, take side streets through town, some traffic. We hit quite a few patches of traffic too. A lot of people are heading this way because I can't think for the very same reason is that it's so hot in Sacramento. But yeah.
So definitely a different vibe here. The last campsite we went to was very, very quiet. This one is more alive and active. We had our very own Eras tour happening in the campsite next to us. They were doing some karaoke, which was lovely. And I think they've stopped now, but they just stopped like a few minutes ago. It's almost 10. So it's just something to keep in mind. It's just a little bit more lively. Oh, good morning. Ooh, slept okay. I went to bed way later than I usually do, but overall feeling pretty good. It was very cold last night, even when we sleep in our van. I was pretty cold. I had socks on, sweatpants, and a long sleeve shirt, but I was cold. It drops into the 50s here at night, so not terribly cold, but definitely not warm. So if you're gonna visit here, definitely pack very warm clothes, lots of blankets if you're in a tent. Today it's gonna be 78. It's gonna be 78 in the afternoon, so that's actually semi-warm. I think it's because we're not right on the beach. So we'll see how things feel today. Ooh, and I will check in a little while. Another thing to consider when staying on this side, you could hear it a little bit more behind us too, but because you're right by the water, there's this sound that's like boop, boop. If it's like foggy, I guess, so it's not too bad, but at our campsite, like, you can hear it kind of a lot. This is our resident clownfish named Cheeto, and we take him everywhere we go camping, and we actually got him here in Bodega Bay. So far, I would give this campsite 7 out of 10 camper vans. I think it's a clean campsite. There's nothing necessarily wrong. The more I walk around, the more I appreciate the campgrounds, like the grounds and the trees. The sunrise and sunset are absolutely gorgeous here, so really can't complain. Good weather. It's gonna be like in the 70s today, so I'm still in a hat and a jacket. Feels really comfortable. Let's see what time it is. It's about 9:30, so far so good. I'm gonna check out the bathrooms, I'm gonna check out the beach access, and try to capture a few more of the campsites. We had our breakfast, coffee, and we are headed out to find beach access, so I will show you what we find. Change of plans. We did make it, and we do think there's beach access, but we're hungry. So we're gonna go into town and get some fish and chips. So we'll show you the cutest little cafe there ever was. This might be a bit controversial, but I enjoy cold coastal beaches versus like going to Los Angeles or something like that. I don't know, anybody else, or is it just me? This is our favorite spot here. It's called the Birds Cafe. The movie The Birds was filmed here, so it has a bunch of different like information about that movie. So they have the cafe that has coffee, and then they have the food, which is what we're gonna get once they open. There's also this little gift shop that sells all these little like cute outdoor things, and I'm sure a bunch of other stuff inside. coffee here, the pastries here are absolutely delicious. So if you are coming to Bodega Bay, you hands down have to come to the Brits Cafe. Right, we got fish and chips. Looks so good. Got raw oyster. Fish and chips. Here I come. All right. Gotta put the lemon on. Now with ketchup. How's your food, Pop?
So good.
1 to 10 baby oysters. What do you rate it?
I would rate it a 9. 10 is hard to get in my book, but I would say it's a 9. It's so good, so relaxing, great to be with everybody. Now, please do not report this to Kaiser Medical Weight Management. Oh, I got all my favorites. Peanut butter toffee. The, what do they call these?
Candy corn?
Candy corns. Oh, candy corns. And then we have the orange drops or orange gummies or chewies. Oh man, those are good. And English toffee. Top it off with English toffee. Thank you.
We just got back from lunch and we passed by like the ranger station and we asked if you have to pay to dump. You do not have to pay to dump if you're camping here, so that's really cool. And then dogs can't be on the beach, which I didn't read that coming in, so just to keep that in mind. If you bring your dog, you can't take them to the beach. We saw where you can buy wood and it's $10, which is
cheaper because other ones are new, right?
Oh yeah, which is actually cheaper than the spot we usually go, which is 15, so that's a plus. We're back from lunch and now I'm gonna go walk around the campsite a little bit while they nap and check out some of the campsites. I only want to film the campsites where nobody's at them just because I want to be respectful, but we'll see what we can find. I'm gonna go try to check out the bathrooms. The last time I was there were people in it, and obviously I'm not gonna film if people are in there, so we'll see what happens. Okay, here's a sink. It does say no dishwashing though, so I guess it's just to fill stuff up if you need to wash your dishes in a separate thing. It's tokens, so it looks like you can put dollars in and get tokens, I'm assuming, for the showers, which is really cool. All right, nobody's in here. So the bathrooms have cold and hot waters. They have mirrors, which is nice because not all bathrooms do. Let's see. It's it's cleanish. Yeah, not too bad. There's a nice big stall as well, which is good. Trash can, but there's no paper towels or anything, so yeah. It looks like they have a sign here that says the quiet hour time. So it's 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. Generators is 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So that's good to know as well. I'm gonna try to find the showers. I don't see anything. Oh, here they are, showers. Let's see, 1, 2, and looks like another bathroom. Oh no, another shower, it's just closed for repairs. And this was on the other thing as well, but there's programs here. So different junior rangers, tide pooling, that's cute. So just different things you can do here with your family. The bathroom building does look very nice. And the bathrooms, obviously you saw, aren't too bad, pretty clean. And they do have a ramp for handicap accessibility, so that's good. Have a recycle bin, which is always good to see. I have the big recycle bin and the trash bin. So this is one of the campsites here. This is 64. Looks really nice. Has a pretty flat surface for a rig if you're gonna come here. And then firing. The bear boxes here are pretty small. It's more of like a raccoon. And then picnic table. It's got all of this, it's like sand. It's really nice. Beautiful shade. Most campgrounds that I have been to have handicap specific campsites. So 81 is a handicap campsite, which if you aren't handicapped, you're not allowed to book it. So it's great for anyone out there who wants to be able to camp and have a good spot that's close to a bathroom. That's where they usually are, is very close to the restrooms. It's a great spot if you are handicapped. Mostly for a trailer, you could probably stick one tent here, but mostly I'm gonna say car camping, trailer camping would be at this one. It's pretty much a given in Bodega Bay, but it is very windy. Most people already know that, but if you don't know anything about Bodega Bay, just be aware it's very windy. This is campsite 65. Plenty of room for tents. You could stick a ton of tents here. Really, really nice. So plenty of space for a rig and multiple cars. This is campsite 47. Fairly small, maybe one tent can fit here. Like multiple cars and like a rig would be good here. Same with this one's 46, very tiny. Maybe a tent or two and not a lot of space for cars. 45 looks really nice. Plenty of room for tents, maybe 3 or 4. But as far as room for a car or a rig, maybe 1 to 2 cars or 1 rig. Something else I've noticed is I believe I've seen like at least three camp host spots, which is really nice because that means that lots of people are looking out for the campgrounds. This is campsite 99, and you have like this area to park for like a trailer or cars. And I was like, oh, there's no fire ring. And then you have this little hidey hole where you have the picnic table, bear box, and fire ring. You could look at it as magical or creepy, whatever you prefer. Campsite 26 is absolutely incredible. You could fit a whole lot of tents here, and maybe 1 or 2 cars or 1 rig in a car. So yeah, 26. On my walk, I have seen 3 handicap spots so far, so that's cool. Other campsites, I've only seen 1, so that's nice that they have a lot of accessible spots here. Like I said earlier, it's very windy, and I don't know if you can see how windy it is. Try to zoom, but the tents are going absolutely crazy. You can see that blue one's just like the gray one is just going wild. So the beach does have bathrooms at the bottom. I have no idea how to get to the beach, so I guess we'll find out as I keep walking. Looks like this is the way. Saw people coming from here, so that's a good sign. Oof, that doesn't look good. Interesting. Looks like this is broken, but was once a little lookout area. So this is the beach. The waves are intense. It's beautiful though. Wow. All the times I've been to Wrights Beach, I have never seen the ocean this like wild before. This is wild. Oh, almost a little scary. Yeah, I'm like backing up because the waves are coming up really, really high. I don't know if it's like this at Bodega Dunes all the time, but that's an intense beach. So if you're looking to get in the water, enjoy a sunny beach. This is probably not it for you, but it really is beautiful here. Oof. Yeah, these bathrooms are rough. It's just a hole. They don't flush. So yeah, not the greatest if you have to use the bathroom while you're at the beach. They do have trash cans and recycle as well at the beach, which is good. How's your pop going?
Oh, nothing like a Jiffy Pop at the campground of your choice.
Well, another night just hanging out at the campsite. It really is beautiful here. I really can't complain. Definitely like a full turnaround from what we expected when we arrived, so that's really great. We're about to make some dinner and hang out around the campfire. This is Hiccup. He is my best buddy. He is 14 years old, and I've had him since he was 1. He is the best dog anyone could ever ask for, and it's so hard watching him get old, but I'm so glad we're getting this time to camp with him. He's a hound dog, and so he's definitely in his happy space. It is 8 o'clock, and we're settling down for the evening. We ate dinner. We've just kind of relaxed and hung out, and then tomorrow morning we're going to go to Bodega Bay's farmer's market. So I will take you along the ride for that. It's really cute. They have pastries and coffee and jewelry and mushrooms and anything you could really need. So I'll take you along the ride and we'll see you soon. Good morning. We're enjoying our coffee and just hanging out until it's 9, and we'll go get more coffee over at the Birds Cafe, and then we'll go to the farmer's market. Dad picked up some yummy treats.
Yes, and making up for all that candy from yesterday. This is a vegetarian quiche and a nice salad.
Nice. Let me know what you think.
Nothing like God's greens and God's quiche.
Got quite a few things. I'm excited to try them. I'm gonna try this first. The lady said it was some fancy name, traditional, I don't even know what culture, but I'm excited to try it. Oh man. Now I'm sad because I don't know what it's called and I don't know where to get it again. Unless we, obviously we come back here. This is an almond croissant. Delicious. All right, we are done with our trip. We got full bellies, full hearts, and we are gonna make the drive back home. I'll do the recap once we get back home because it's time for us to get out of here. Good morning, we are back and all settled in. I have compiled a list of top 10 things I appreciate about Bodega Bay campgrounds and top 5 things that are like not the greatest. Not terrible, just not the greatest. Number 1, tons of campsites to choose from. So it's a busy, booked campground, but the more campsites that you have at a campground, the higher chances you have at booking. Number 2, flushing toilets, and they actually have toilets. So not all campgrounds are made equally. But this one specifically does have flushing toilets. They have semi-clean toilets, and they did have hot and cold water and showers. So
Overall, the bathroom situation is good. There are 3 different camp host spots. So the more camp hosts that you have there means more people looking out for the campgrounds, means higher safety, making sure that things are quiet and clean. So thumbs up there. Number 4, you do have beach access. So in my opinion, when you go to a camp spot and you don't have any water nearby, it can get a little stale. So sitting at your campsite or just walking around the campgrounds can get a little boring. So having the extra feature of being able to go do something else close by is a really good thing to have. Number 5, it's cool weather. I personally don't like camping when it's warm. So to have cool weather and it wasn't freezing during the day, you could wear like a t-shirt and shorts if you want. Just lovely. Number 6, very family friendly. We saw a lot of families there, even multi-generational kind of friends and family all together, taking up multiple campsites. It was so cool. Number 7, lots of people riding bikes, which told me that if we wanted to bring our bikes there, that would be a good option for us. 8, it's beautiful there. Just the whole campgrounds are just gorgeous. So just being there, even if you don't get the most ideal spot, just being there is a treat. Number 9, it's pretty easy to get to. We are based out of Sacramento and it is like a 2.5-hour drive, and you hit like a few patches of traffic, but it's not that bad. Number 10, it's close to a town. My husband and I adore that. We like to try new restaurants, we like to try new coffee, and if we like those places and we go back to the campground, we like to return and become familiar with the locals, and it's just a really great experience. Plus, if you forget anything while you're there, you can just go into town and get what you need. And the top bad things about the campsites. Number 1, you're not always sure what you're getting. We booked and we showed up and there was a building behind our campsite. So not the best. Number 2, the beach access is a bit far. I tried to walk there and I turned around because I was like, I don't know if I'm walking a mile, 2 miles, I didn't know. So we ended up driving. So, I mean, you're close, but not like on the beach. Number 3, dogs aren't allowed on the beach. So if you have animals and you travel all the time with them, you will have to leave them back at your campsite, which is a bit of a bummer. Number 4, it's very, very windy. So if you are in a tent, your tent needs to be completely secured. And even if it is, it can be like moved around. It's intense. Number 5, I did see quite a few dogs off leash. We didn't have any issues with them. Right when we pulled up, a dog like ran over to our site, and you just don't know, especially with kids. We had our dog with us too, so you don't know the dynamics of different animals meeting each other, how they're going to react to small children, how they're going to react to adults. It's just, to me, I just don't appreciate that. I didn't see any signs that said they had to be on leash though. So that it might not be a rule. It just makes me personally uncomfortable. But yeah, that is my summary of Bodega Dunes. Thank you so much for following along. I've really enjoyed making these videos. So if you are enjoying them as well, or if you have any comments on things that you'd like to see me put in the videos or take out of the videos, whatever, I'm always up for suggestions. So you can leave them in the comments. Everybody always asks this, but if you could please like and subscribe if you watched this video and you found it helpful. Obviously, if you don't find it helpful, you don't have to do that. But it does help me and it helps other people be able to find this video, and it could help them as well. All right, we'll see you on the other side.